This classic episode of the Electric Playground is brought to you by PNP Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support Electric Playground. Remember, this episode first aired in 1998.
What you cooking there?
That's tonight's dinner. Hey, we're going to be going to the Game Developers Conference today, looking at Robotron 64 and the Madden Bowl.
Catch.
So, that look phony?
Every year, EA gathers a bunch of celebrities and pro athletes together to compete in the Madden Bowl.
EA Sports.
Oh, my time, baby! My time, baby! Put it together, baby! All right, we get something going, baby! He's going deep! Oh, Tyler!
He's going on top first play.
That's your boy! That's your boy!
Where he from?
You know where he's from. And look what he's doing to you.
Give up the long ball. You know, he needs 10 yards right now. So we're going to play with him.
4th and 10. What you gonna do? It's 4th and 10. What the? 4th and 10. What you gonna do? We got the crib.
So do you have a PlayStation? You take it on the road with you?
It's in my car.
In your car?
Right now.
It's in your car. This man never leaves home without a PlayStation.
Big round DeVoe on a private line. That's how it's going down in 98.
What are some of your favorite games?
Madden, Live 98, loving NBA Live.
NBA Live.
Live?
Tomb Raider 2.
Tomb Raider. Have you beaten Tomb Raider 2 yet?
Not yet, I ain't
No.
finished.
Yeah.
You know what happened? I saved while I was getting killed. So I had to start over. I had to start 45 and over.
That sucks. Now you
Of course,
played
Madden.
Now you
I played in the Madden Bowl. I didn't do too good, man.
Uh-huh.
I think it was rigged, you know what I'm saying? It was something about my control. It was worn out or
controller.
something. Yeah,
That's
man.
what happened to me too.
That's what it was, man. It was the controller.
I lost though, but you know what? I lost to one of the best people in here though.
Who'd you lose to?
Morris Chestnut.
We are here with the champion of the Madden Bowl 98, Mr. Morris.
Chestnut, that's right. Morris Chestnut.
And you just won Madden Bowl 98. Where are you going next?
Man, I'm going anywhere in the world because I just won 2 first-class tickets anywhere in the world.
And this great trophy.
And I get this great trophy. I get a jacket.
I gotta get me one of these trophies.
There's not. Hey, join next year. Maybe you get one. The key to Madden is diversity in your plays. You do very well.
Now, do you play any other games?
Yeah, I play live a little bit. Only the sports games. A lot of people like game day. I'm not putting down game day, but nothing compares to Madden. And nothing compares to NBA Live. They're the most realistic games out there. Period.
Yeah, he must be up all night playing that damn game, man, or something.
I got a group of guys that I play with back home. We call ourselves the Federation.
Federation, yeah!
So what was the score of your game?
I don't even want to talk about it.
Okay. It was close.
And most of the people we play, they can't get with us. We go around to different people, play different groups of guys that call themselves different names of their crews and everything. And pretty much for the most part, we win.
I'm challenging anyone, you know what I'm saying?
Anyone.
98 Live.
98 Live.
Madden 98.
Madden 98.
Even though I lost in the first round.
But it was the controller.
I'm coming back, you know what I'm saying? Like Muhammad Ali.
In a place to be.
That's right.
With Tommy T.
And Ron D. That's how we do it.
Don't forget to visit the Electric Playground website and check out our EA feature at www.elecplay.com. Seems like everybody's doing sequels these days. Well, if you thought Final Fantasy VII was cool, imagine what Robotron 64 is like.
We're here at Player One in Santa Monica. I'm with George Weising, who's the designer, and Marcus Goody, who's the lead programmer for Robotron 64. Marcus, you remember playing Robotron for the first time in the arcade?
No, I don't actually.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
Okay, George, we'll get back to you later, man.
Yeah.
Remember playing Robotron for the first time?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I used to cut school and go to this arcade away down a couple blocks from the school and spend my paper route money on arcade games. And I used to play Robotron and Defender constantly, like out of control all the time. The original game had 8 directions. We made it analog, so you press in the direction you press is the direction you fired.
Go anywhere.
What did we catch flack for Robotron freaks?
Really? What kind of
Yeah,
emails?
it ruins the gameplay if you can't fire at exact angles.
But they still went out and bought you.
Yeah, and it's still fun.
Yeah. What kind of things did you add to this title to make it stand out against the other ones?
I think one of the neat things is just the pure number of robots on the screen. I love the Hulks actually, because they don't just kill humans now. Some mince them up, others suck them up, and there's a Hammer Hulk where he just crushes them under his hammers, which is...
The Masher.
Yeah, the Masher Hulk.
The Masher.
We try to make things look like energy, make them glow, and make it exciting when things blow up. Just like the original.
Right.
We all love the original.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of the original, you guys had some communication with Eugene Jarvis, who created the first game.
He sat right over there next to me and we tweaked levels.
Really?
Yeah.
So he actually came in and helped you guys?
Yep. We came in for a day. He's a cool guy.
Yeah?
He's just a cool dude.
Yeah.
Bald, but cool. He's bald too though, so that works.
It's okay if you're bald kind of thing?
Yeah, it's okay to be bald.
How many levels altogether?
200.
What's your favorite level in the game?
I quite like the first few levels because they remind me of the original game, and you get the mummy wave and the daddy wave just like the original.
So what's the response been? Have you guys been reading the reviews and getting some feedback and stuff like that?
Surprisingly enough, the reviews are actually a lot better than I thought they would be.
Yeah.
Just because it's not a huge game, you know, it's not like a Diddy Kong Racing or Donkey Kong Country or anything like that. It's not a huge scope game. It's just for pure fun. It's kind of an adrenaline rush. I guess that's what people wanted.
Everything happens so fast, you just have no time to think about anything else besides staying alive and destroying things.
What sense is most strongly tied to nostalgia for you? For me, it's sound.
Sound.
Now, video game music and sound design is unique. It has a specific context and a specific purpose. Hearing the works of the brilliant video game composers and sound designers, the response is visceral. I know what the soundtrack to a duck bouncing a pogo stick on the moon is, and I'll bet some of you do too. We hear a timeless video game tune, and while the minutia may differ, we're visualizing the same game, level, boss. That's shared nostalgia. Baby, that's beautiful.
Snipers, terrorists, covert operations. We're talking Vigilance on Heat.net.
Hey, we're here at Segasoft. I'm with Larry Pacey, who is the executive producer of the Nexus Group. How are you doing, Larry?
I'm just fine.
Got a new bug on me.
Yeah,
that's better.
What's the backstory on Vigilance? The guts of the game is that you are one of 8 counter-terrorist experts, and the players can actually pick from one of these 8 characters.
So these are some of the characters that are in the game up here?
Yeah, this is actually, this is the production drawings before they went into 3D. This is some of their action poses. There's a lot of stealth and strategy elements that really have to play part to be successful. If you make the mistake and just charge into a room and start shooting the 4 guys in the room, willy-nilly without really looking at them or taking a second to evaluate the situation, what happens is if you shoot like the first 2 guys, you'll notice that the guy in the far back of the room is running across the room instead of coming at you. And he hits a button and all of a sudden alarms are sounding. The AI actually knows where you're going to be going in this environment, much like the bad guys would know in this situation.
Right.
So they'll start to cover the exits. They'll start to cover the goals of the game.
Does it take place on Earth?
Yes. That's also something that's kind of very unique to this game, is the fact that we're taking part in a here and now scenario. This is today. It's happening just like if you went to the movies to see a modern day action movie. It's real world weaponry, it's real world gear, armor, the things that you see on, cops at night. You'll see some of that stuff here, but we've also got some special ops gear. The things that, counter-terrorist agents would use today.
Like what?
Oh, we've got infrared goggles and laser sights and silencers and tracers and high explosives. I mean, it should be pretty rewarding. As time goes on, we'll actually be releasing expansion packs to the game, so people will get more weapons, more characters, more bad guys, more levels.
Sounds great.
It'll be continued to be manufactured.
Sounds like you got a killer franchise.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Larry.
Can you tell me what CGDC stands for?
No, I can't. Can you?
Yeah, that's easy. That's Australian rock band in the 70s. Yeah, they came out with Razor's Edge and Fly on the Wall, albums like that. That's an easy one.
Once every year, all the designers and programmers and artists and producers and music guys, we all get together and discuss the video game industry and where it's going. It's called the Computer Game Developers Conference, and EP is going to take you there. Thanks, Tommy. Well, here we are outside this thing, and so let's go on in this thing. Over to you, Zoe.
Thanks, Tommy. We're almost inside this thing, but let's go right inside. Over to you, Vic.
Thanks, Zoe. We're in the CGDC now. Where are you guys?
We're on the expo floor. We made it.
Hi, I'm with Jennifer Polka here at the GDC, and we're talking about the show. Thanks for inviting me down.
Thanks for coming. We're really glad to have you guys.
This is a great view. We'll see you all later. Thanks.
What's this all about?
Well, most of the people are coming for the expo floor and the conference sessions and the networking. So the expo floor's got 180 companies that have something to say to game developers.
What are some of the highlights of the conference?
Rappa the Rappa talk, where there's Masaya Matsuro, who's the creator of Rappa the Rapper, is up there explaining how he made this crazy acid trip title. And this morning, Dave Perry got up and talked about Messiah, which I know everyone is just insane about. He started out the class saying that he wouldn't be showing it, and halfway through he booted it up and showed the game. There are probably more deals struck this week than there are the whole year round.
Really?
This guy I've seen break joysticks on television.
That's me.
Yeah. Tell us why you're here.
Well, we're here just
in 2 words or less.
girls.
The wrong place to be, guys.
Well, we're here to get some sun and to show our joysticks off.
Did you hear that? What are you guys showing?
Our new wheel. Fully round, it looks like a wheel, feels better than anything on the market.
I'm here with the legendary Tim Hall, game designer.
That's Tom Hall.
Tom Hall. Can I have a hug?
Good gosh, you know, there's a lot of people here and no food.
So you come for the food?
I would if there was any, but
get that. Mr. Hale comes for the food.
Mr. Hall, thanks. I'm speaking. I have a conference called We Have No Lives, RPGs, Players in the Future.
What's that about?
It's about people who have no lives, RPGs, players in the future. It's a round table. We just sort of start the discussion, then everybody, you know, fights and stuff and fisticuffs and all that. So.
I am here with Ken Lobb outside the Computer Game Developers Conference. Ken is, of course, the development manager for Sony. Sorry, no, he's the guy for Nintendo, right? There's a gun in GoldenEye.
Yeah.
The Klob.
Yes.
Anything to do with K-Lob?
Yeah, they kind of named that one after me.
You're a character in the game, too. I mean, people can shoot you.
Yes.
For fun.
Yes. There's a little surprise from the GoldenEye team at the E3.
Is it the special secret spy rare game?
Can't tell you much more about it other than the fact that technically this thing is leaps and bounds beyond GoldenEye. I think a lot of people are going to take a look at it and go,
I'm with James Maxwell. He's the exec producer for NBA Courtside. How you doing, man?
Pretty good, thanks.
Great to meet you.
Glad to be here.
Congratulations on the release of your game.
Thank you.
How has it been received so far?
We're getting a lot of feedback from the users on the internet, and they all love it.
How was it working on an NBA game with Nintendo?
It was nice working with a publisher that had a clue.
Tell me about Sony Interactive Studios.
We're doing Cyber Strike, and we're also doing a game called EverQuest, which is a massively multiplayer online RPG.
The GDC is hopefully going to continue to be what it is now, which is really a statement of developers each year. This is where we're going, this is what we want to be doing. It's about the people who create the games, sharing information and ideas, and that's really been the heart and soul of the conference, and I hope it continues to be.
left it on again, didn't you?
There are games, and then there's Tekken 3. PlayStation.
If you've waited your whole life for Half-Life, then get a life. Well, get Half-Life.
Life. Don't talk to me about life.
I'm here at the Sierra party in San Francisco, and I'm with Gabe Newell, who's the managing director for Valve. He's going to talk to me about Half-Life.
It starts off, you're a research scientist working in a lab. You don't have any weapons, there's nobody attacking you. You're just going in for a day at work.
Okay.
At the beginning of the game, you think that everything's your fault, that these aliens who are invading the base are coming in because you've screwed up in your experiment.
Yeah.
But as you go through the game, you start to find out that everything you thought at the beginning of the game is wrong. All the people who are helping you get through the game, all the people who are opening doors for you, giving you access, building you weapons, all those people are being killed by these human people that you thought were on your side.
Right.
But you get over to the alien world and you discover that there are all these aliens who are actually on your side, and now you're really confused. There are a lot of twists and a lot of turns in a story that we think people will find pretty engaging.
You got to figure everything out by yourself. You're on your own, pretty much.
Sometimes there'll be people who tell you very specifically what you're supposed to do.
Okay.
And at other points in the game, you just have to explore and find out what makes sense.
What does the title refer to? What does Half-Life mean?
There are a lot of connotations for it.
Yeah.
Half life, half dead. The lambda symbol that we use, which is used in the physicist calculations about what half-life is, also were used by hobos in the 1920s to indicate places that were too dangerous for hobos to go.
Oh, wow.
It's also the Japanese symbol for enter. And all of those meanings sort of made us really interested in using half-life.
We brought together a kind of diverse collection of talent. Chuck Jones from Duke Nukem, you can really see the lineage from Duke Nukem in this game. A lot of the character designs are the same. He uses a lot of really great colors, yet detail is just amazing. He taught me a lot about making characters for games.
What's your favorite creature in the game, Ted?
I think my favorite creature in Half-Life is Big Mama.
Describe Big Mama for us.
Okay. Big Mama is kind of this big symmetrical crab-like thing with a huge egg sac underneath it that kind of swings back and forth. It's really kind of disgusting, but it's great to see people come in and look at Big Mama and suddenly they're just entranced by this big swinging sack underneath. I don't know what it is. It's kind of obscene.
Is there going to be a Quake killer out there? And who's going to be the first to do it?
Quake killer. I've heard that phrase a lot in the last year and a half or two, and I don't think Quake needs to be killed. I think Quake is a great game for what it is, and I think Quake revolutionized gaming. I don't think we need to kill Quake. I think we need to learn from it. We need to see it, take it as a stepping stone, really.
Very cool. I think you just made a lifelong friend with John Carmack here.
We're back here with Tyrone again, and he's going to tune us in on some tips and tricks. Let's go.
Come on. You may remember Capcom for such great hits as Street Fighter and Mega Man. Well, now they're back with Marvel vs. Capcom. This week we've got a great tip for you. You know Mega Man, but you may not know his sister, Roll. To control Roll, highlight Zangief at the character selection screen. Push left, left, down, down, right, right, down, down, left, left, up, right, right. The little blonde will be controllable, and you'll be good to go. Have fun.
Hey, it's time for the Tekken 3 move of the week. Get ready for some pain. This is Lay's awesome juggle combo. Ready? Press down plus left kick plus right kick, then back plus left punch plus right punch, then quickly right kick, left kick, left kick.
Today on the Simpatico question of the week, Paul Tremblay from Vancouver, BC asks, how do they create those cool, tiny models in real-time strategy games?
And what I'm going to show you is just the detail of the artwork that we use in the models here. Right here in this model, we've probably got over 10,000 faces. We actually render them all out and they go into facets that go into the game. It's very, very difficult to get in there and to maneuver stuff. So there's a whole lot of wireframe in there.
So this world is made up of all of these complex 3D models that you guys can manipulate any way you want. And then in the end game, you have to shrink them all down to itsy little size.
Exactly. That's exactly how it works. And then when it's shrunk down, we do 2D touch-up work, just to clean up little stuff. But for the most part, this is what it would look like.
To send us your questions, drop by our website at www.electplay.com.
Lee here with a few reasons why you should be shopping at P&P Games. The selection, everything from retro favorites to contemporary hits. The shipping, free on orders of $65 Canadian or more within Canada and the USA, and we also ship overseas. The stickers, when you spend $65 or more, you get a limited edition sticker based on our silly nonsense. Locals can check out our retail stores in Winnipeg, but for everyone else, we're at pnpgamesonline.com. Support us as we support the Electric Playground Classic. Play forever. No, that's a good sticker.
More now on the escalating police chase that began as a joyrider's need for speed. Every available officer has been called in to stop the Lamborghini Diablo, and it looks like the sheer number of officers out here is about to end this chase. Wait, the joyrider is going over the roadblock.
Whoa.
This is unbelievable.
Stick 'em up.
Yes, it's going to be a long night for law enforcement. Need for Speed 3. Hot pursuit.
Lock it down!
Guard, we need some new games. Fresh games.
Hey,
What?
could you mind? What do we got here to review?
Need for Speed 3.
Need for Speed 3, a driving game for the PlayStation.
Awesome game.
Let me tell you something, I'm glad that the Need for Speed series finally got back on par.
Yeah, I know. After Need for Speed 2, I was totally worried that they wouldn't be able to pick up the pace again. This game rocks.
This is a totally new game. I mean, Need for Speed 3, the best part about Need for Speed 3 is the hot pursuit mode, where the cops are chasing you all over the place.
Yeah.
And I mean, that is just awesome.
It's killer, man. I love going through the desert track where it's got all these rock formations and you're weaving in and out of the rock formations, and there's Range Rover cop cars chasing after you and they're trying to knock you off the road. It's a terrific game. Definitely pick it up for the place.
I tell you what, the best part about Need for Speed though is the control. It's got that really tight arcade Ridge Racer type control.
Pure fun.
Pick it up. The intro is awesome too.
The whole thing.
I love the intro.
Thing. Part and parcel. Electronic Arts kicks with this one.
Totally.
9.5 out of 10.
Really? Really?
Yeah, what would you give it?
I'm at 9.3.
9.3?
Yeah.
All right. Quake 64 for the Nintendo 64.
Well, I tell you what, they're probably going to want to lock me up for this one, but
yeah, me too, I guess.
I'm not a Quake player, so when I got the N64, it's exactly like the PC. It's very, very fluid motion.
Don't get me wrong, but didn't you like GoldenEye? Wasn't GoldenEye one of your favorite games?
Absolutely, but look at the graphics in GoldenEye.
Yeah, the graphics are
Quake 64.
The graphics are better in GoldenEye.
A lot better.
It's James Bond, okay? I'll give you that.
The sound is a lot better.
But Quake 64 is just as much action. It's faster than GoldenEye.
The thing is that in Quake 64, you don't have the network play multiplayer option.
It's evil. There's tons of gore. The effects are beautiful. The lighting is great. It's a great adaptation. It looks like a 3D effects accelerated version of Quake on the PC. There's a few special levels and some extra additions. People that have never played Quake but liked Doom and like those first-person games are going to like the heavy action in this game. I'd give it a 9 out of 10. I think it's a great addition to the
I'm at the other end of the scale, and again, it's probably because I don't like the genre of games, so keep that in mind when I give this score of about a 5.
About a 5.
Yeah.
Too brutal.
I'm not being brutal, I'm just being honest.
All right, what about another 3D first-person action adventure game? Duke Nukem 3D for the Saturn.
I'm looking good. Let me tell you about this game. The guys at Lobotomy, the guys who developed
did a great job.
They worked on Power Slave.
Yeah.
I mean, these guys
and they did Quake too, as well for the Saturn.
These guys got the engine down. The engine runs smooth. Don't have to worry about, oh, geez, is it going to be choppy or anything.
No.
It ran better on my Saturn than it did on my PC.
Yeah.
On the PC, it was different from all the other first-person shooters because it had humor in it.
Good character. Duke was a great character.
Gonna rip him a new one.
You went into the bathroom, you can actually, go to the bathroom and take a pee, right?
Funny what some people like, isn't
all the funny gags have been taken out of the Saturn version.
They had to tailor it a little bit. It's every console version of the game has been sort of censored a little bit, I think.
Well, that's why you got to have a PC and game consoles.
Yeah, you got to get a PC.
Got to get them all.
PC gaming rocks. It's awesome. So I think it's only worth about a 7.5 out of 10.
I give it a 6.5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What about Die by the Sword? Yeah.
Interplay. Now here's a game, I tell you what, this game had a great tutorial in it. I mean, it was hilarious. I love going around and like chopping the arms and limbs off the dummies and the heads and everything. But I tell you what, the control is very unique.
Yeah.
And I like the fact that they give you 3 different control options.
Yeah.
But I still felt it very difficult.
Oh, it's really tough. I mean, you go into rooms and you've got enemies that are just slicing and dicing. They're making you into sushi right there in front of your face.
That's right.
And there's nothing you can do because you're you're sort of hitting the walls and stuff, and you can't move around. But kind of the way that you dance, sort of like that. But,
Yeah, well, you know.
But it's
The coolest thing about Die by the Sword, though, is when you're going around and you're getting cut and it shows your own blood all over. How
that's-
satisfying is that?
I give Die by the Sword an 8 out of 10, mostly because it's trying to be innovative. It's showing us a new way to control games, and I love that.
7.5 for me. Hey, Vic. We gotta get out of here.
Breakdown.
Come on, man.
Boogaloo.
Stay.
Hey man, are we gonna need the pizza thing or
What? The pizza thing? What are you talking about, Vic? We gotta get out of here.
You think I can fit down there, man? I don't know.
Don't worry about it.
I don't know.
Hey.
All right, make way.
I think I found Al Capone.
My hair won't fit through.
Okay, well, that's the end of the show, and thanks for coming by. We hope you tune in next week on the Electric Playground.
You think this is funny?
Production assistance for the Electric Playground is provided by Nintendo of Canada, makers of 1080 Snowboarding. Keep.net, makers of Netfighter. Electronic Arts, makers of Need for Speed 3. Namco, makers of Tekken 3.
That's the way most programmers tend to feed themselves. You just sit and eat chocolate buttons all day and program.
This classic episode of the Electric Playground was brought to you by P&P Games, your source for everything video games. Support the partners that support the Electric Playground. Thanks for watching, and play forever.